You forgot about that.
This video has a different format than my usual videos. I wanted to be more present. That means that there's less storytelling in the moment and more storytelling after. I put together all of the videos and photos from the start of this trip to the end. Mads and I then reacted to that and kind of filled in the story as it played.
Man, that was close.
I apologize, the audio gets a little weird in parts. This is my first time recording a video like this, so give me a little grace on that. Anyway, enjoy the video.
The intro to the whole series, I guess, that we're starting. And I already changed the names, or the name, but it's in Johnny's Travels of the World.
The edit.
The edit
Look
of
at
the Mads and Johnny Travel the World.
Look at that tape. Can you fix that?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna fix the whole thing. Like, it's gonna be different next time. Day one travel day, and this is, I think I started it in Los Angeles here, I believe.
Oh, this was when we had to buy a ticket to Singapore.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a departure ticket.
Is it something with Bali and they have a 30-day visa or something?
Yeah, you can only be there for 30 days, which we didn't even have that visa. It's a you literally get it when you're there.
Yeah.
You can also apply for a longer visa, just like stay longer and pay for it and stay longer, which is something that we could have done that, but LA removed that ability for us to do.
Yeah.
So then we're like very quickly messaging and like, are these dates okay?
Yeah, can we be there? Can we visit you after this? Make sure that we have a place to stay in Singapore afterwards, but yeah. Long flight where we crossed the international date line. And technically we skipped August 9th in exchange to live October 5th twice. So we lived it in New Zealand and the United States when we got back. So we got to live that day twice. But we skipped August 9th. Anyway. No, these are the prayer rooms. I thought this was such an interesting thing to see. And religious symbols have a much longer history than, the 1940s. I thought it was a cool picture. You didn't like it, but you didn't like that I took it.
No, because it's a Nazi symbol.
Yeah. But it's actually Buddhism, like, prayer symbol before it was that.
I don't even really remember this because I was very sleepy.
Yeah.
But it looks so good.
Yeah, you do. And there's that cool flower tree. Bali. And then the Taiwan Bali. It's a little too small, so.
You didn't get that map in Bali, right?
No, I got it after.
Then instant heat.
Oh my god, it was so hot. So humid. Yeah. The architecture I was immediately, like, enthralled with.
Oh, it was Justin Bieber that I was immediately enthralled with. It's the only music that our driver played all the way to West Bali, almost 4 hours, which was supposed to be like less than a 2-hour drive.
Yeah,
Turned 4. We were exhausted.
Yeah.
Haven't slept in like 36 hours.
And then we got to the treehouse, and they wanted to give us this coconut, like this young coconut, and do all this stuff, and we're just like, we just want to go to bed. We had this crazy long travel. Yeah, but we got to the treehouse, and this is the next day. In the morning, we were a little more lively, I guess. Good morning, Bali.
Big stretch.
Yeah, and then we took a little bit of a photo session in that cool little reading chair. Yeah, and there's the coconut.
It's so hard to drink. It was so hard for me to drink out of that. I spilled it on myself every time. Oh, we walked like 10 miles that day. On the beach though, so it doesn't feel like you're walking that much. I want to walk on the beach.
You just wondering. Yeah, and there's it making all its little balls.
Crab art.
A little crab.
All these designs along
And there's the treehouse.
Oh.
And that was a sunset. Where'd you find that? That like
There was all
restaurant.
these recommendations that the host had.
Yeah, Airbnb host.
Which at this time we didn't have a moped, so getting around required either walking or getting a driver.
Yeah. And this restaurant had a driver come and pick us up and bring us there.
Yeah.
And it's this cool salamander. These were not salamanders, lizards. They were crawling all over the place. And we'll see them.
I don't know. How do you know that it's not a salamander?
Well, it's not slimy and it's not
Do
wet.
they live in the water?
Yeah. And salamanders are amphibians, so they have to be by the water. Whereas this guy's, I think maybe it's not a gecko. I don't know. Oh yeah, and they had this nest right outside of it. Yeah. Just want some food. Yeah, they had this nest right next to the kitchen, actually, where we made our breakfast that morning. And I got some cool pictures of the birds nesting. Oh, and that's the dog that kept coming back to the trees.
Oh yeah, that's right. That would just like go through the fence.
Mhm.
Forgot about that.
Chickens everywhere.
Oh, this is when we used that other resort for everything.
We got massages at that resort. We stayed. And we got like dinners and breakfast.
Oh
and stuff.
man, how nice. What did I say?
This is what I've been waiting for. I think. We can go
So hot. That hill got me every
Oh, yeah.
time.
And this is when we went to Ubud for the House of
Oh
Bone.
yeah, that's right. That's when you woke up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, journaled and ate some
Oh
papaya.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I liked this
Beach.
morning. This was so
Yeah.
cute. I had like a handful of bread and
Coffee.
coffee and
We sat on the beach and watched the sunrise.
wow, that was a big bite of bread. Did you see that?
It's the leg is the best there.
Look at all
The
the
toe
sand
point.
on my feet.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite pictures. The picture of the dogs.
These doggies were really cute.
Yeah.
That is a great photo.
Yeah, was it Federica?
Frederica took that
Yeah.
picture, yeah.
It was cool. It was really cool, the opening ceremony, but
It's also weird because they didn't tell us anything about anything.
yeah, oh my gosh, when we got there, it was so disorganized. I guess this video made us laugh quite a lot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You forgot about that?
I was like, wait, what was so funny about this video?
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, Ranger. Hi.
Us and our little, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, it was the Hindu priest that put the
Our
headbands
little
around us.
crowns.
Yeah.
And
And
then
our-
sprinkled holy water on us, and then we had to drink it, and yet,
Oh yeah, that's right.
did you? I didn't drink it. Did you drink it?
No, I put it on my lips a little bit, and
Yeah.
it didn't. It's like no, I don't know where this water's been.
I remember being like, wow, that was like a really cool thing, but also I don't know anything that's about to happen. All I know is that we have to wake up every morning at like 5:30 in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and do an Eddie pot all
Yeah, we did
together.
that every morning. Yeah.
All together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it definitely could have been handled in a much
Yeah.
more
That
proactive and instructive way, and yet it was just very like
disorganized.
floopy.
Yeah.
But one of the big things that they did stress was that this yoga school was 99% practice, 1% theory.
Yeah.
That was a big one that they said over and over again. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, we're gonna be so exhausted from doing yoga
Yeah.
for 12 hours a day.
There's gonna be so much yoga that we're doing.
So
Yeah.
much yoga.
Yeah.
And then little do we know,
Yeah.
it's hardly any yoga at all.
I will say the sunrises and sunsets were pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. It just like sucked that all of it just had to be from within a shala.
Oh yeah. And there's, I guess you can see we're all stuck in this one shallow the whole time. Yeah, I didn't get a ton of videos and photos from this day because we were just like doing so much lecture. Like we just got talked at the whole day, basically.
Well, yeah,
So
that was every day of it.
yeah. until 10 a.m. we had to be completely silent too. So everyone was just neti potting in silence.
Yeah, but just imagine being another guest there and all you're hearing is...
Everyone's
Because
choking.
that's what everybody was doing.
Yeah. And this is when I started actually wanting to do a few more photos and stuff from the places around the area.
The first two, I had a really rough time because there was no coffee and no breakfast until...
That's right, yeah.
Until what, 8:30, 8:45?
Uh-huh.
But you had to get up at 5:30, and I don't do well without coffee and food, and then practicing on an empty stomach and without any, caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my blood pressure was angry.
Yeah, not good.
This is when we left to the that restaurant down the street.
Yeah.
That was a really nice family, and they had the cute kids and really yummy food.
Yeah, it was a really cool place.
I think at the beginning, looking at this and remembering it, I think you and I tried to make the best of it. We really tried to do what we could on the little bit of time off that we had, and yet it was just very difficult to feel like you weren't trapped in this kind of cultish style yoga school. Yes, this school is taught in English, but a lot of the teachers, their primary language was not English, and a lot of the students' primary language was not English. I really can't imagine having been one of the Spanish speakers or Germans or Italians or Serbians who really didn't speak hardly any English and trying to figure out what the fuck are they talking about. And then they'd go into their Sanskrit little, and then it's just I don't even know the English term for this pose, let alone and that was from day one, the Sanskrit terms were that's really what they were focusing so much on, and it was less so of this is how you teach yoga.
This was the sick day.
Oh gosh, that happened so fast.
Yeah, it happened so fast. I didn't get any photos or videos. I was just in bed, completely out of it. I felt horrible all day. So, especially sorry to you because you had to come in and take care of me and smell all of that. It wasn't good. So I don't think it was Bali belly, right? We don't think it was.
I think it was probably Bali belly plus something else.
Plus
you
some
had
virus
some sort of virus because you had a fever and you had a pretty bad fever and you were you were pretty
pretty out of it.
Yeah, mentally you were very out of it. You were not. You couldn't stay conscious for very long, which was concerning. And then the main concern of a lot of the instructors was is he gonna be able to come back tomorrow because he can only miss one day. And I'm trying to keep him alive.
Yeah.
So that's really not a concern of mine. Yoga is about taking care of yourself and your body and listening to it. I don't know why we're putting pressure on
getting back to class.
The future. A voluntary thing that we're doing, something that we figured they should be accommodating in.
Yeah, so I missed 9 hours of class this day. So I could only miss one more. And this was the next day I went back to classes. And travel.
This is when we ditched class to go get massages.
Yes. So we went to the morning and afternoon classes, and then we just left the last one, the afternoon night class, and just got massages and coffee. Yeah, it was great.
Then we rented the moped, which we ended up extending and keeping for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we kept 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you that's really the way to do it. You have to have a moped. And then we're at the beach, which we haven't been at in a week. Even though you're in Bali and it's everywhere.
Yeah. There's that little point and shoot that I really loved. But yeah, it was being at the beach, it felt like all of a sudden our spirits lifted and we were oh my gosh, this is so great.
Yeah, even though Johnny almost shit his pants on this beach.
Oh yeah. So we're on this beach and the nearest bathroom was at this restaurant that was all the way down the beach. I'm still sick. I still feel horrible. My digestive system is just messed up. and I'm like walking to this bathroom, and then all of a sudden it gets.
I would like to add that we literally just got to the place where we were gonna set our stuff down, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom again." And I was like, "Why did we walk so far away from the bathroom? Why didn't you tell me to stop?" Because I kept asking you, "Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Do you want to be closer to the bathroom?" You're like, "It's fine, it's fine, it's fine," and then immediately, "Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom." It takes off.
It hits fast.
Takes off down the beach. Has his phone with him. Texts me once he gets there. Man, that was close. By the time he comes back, he's like giggling.
Yeah.
And then tells me that
this lady comes up to the bathroom, and it was a cleaning lady for the restaurant, and she's like, "Oh, stinky." And she was, "Excuse me?"
Under her breath. "Oh, stinky."
Oh,
because it was, let me tell you.
It was not good.
It was unlike anything I've ever smelled. And I've been a nurse for 8 years.
Well, I'm glad I'm impressive in some way.
I don't think that's the way you want to be impressive.
Gosh, the moped was just so
So
nice.
I drove to the beach, I would like to say. When we rented the moped, it was me that drove. Then on the way back, I tell Johnny that he can drive back, meaning that I carried the backpack back.
Yeah.
Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. Johnny is driving like a grandpa, as usual, and making me do all the heavy lifting with his fucking pack.
And I actually sensed that from that day on, Johnny drove everywhere.
I drove the rest of the trip.
Well, it was way easier for you to handle a moped with me on it than for me to handle it with you on it, because he's heavy.
It was easier for me to balance it. So when I went to Bali, I was still kind of in my like Minnesota kind of really defensive driving mode.
Oh my god,
so
that's right.
You say that like, "Oh, Johnny's still driving like a grandpa," but
okay, so that was like a big reason why I was like, I'll drive. Because in Bali, it's so, like, you have to be assertive. Yeah, I just figured, like, this would make the most sense if I drove, which I did a great job, I would like to say, but then I was actually very impressed with you because he, like, all of a sudden became super assertive and did a lot of moves that I never would have done.
Well, I think
now that there's all of the threat of the law has been eliminated, Johnny's a free man.
Well,
and
okay. But I
think
the
moped gave you your wings. Like all of a sudden you were like,
it was like
freedom.
But in my head, I had to be like, okay, the rules are just different here. Like, it's not like the police are going to be cracking down on you on making these minor traffic infractions. The rules were don't interrupt the flow. Like, just have the flow of traffic. In Bali. In Bali, it was just like, just go with the flow and just like, and once I figured that out, then I was like, okay, now I know when I need to go.
Yeah, don't fuck other people, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just don't be in the way and go with the flow.
Oh, you got the flash going on.
Wait, let me hold it in a...
No? You don't like it?
Oh yeah, then after the free day I got sick. What a penalty.
Yeah, the Monday after.
This was, I wasn't at this class.
No,
How is Indian philosophy different?
Yeah, different from Western philosophy, I think. Because a lot of the people...
This was our first day with the philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when we went to get ice cream.
Yeah, because we finally felt good enough to get up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, this is when we started to just kind of recover.
Oh my god, you're so crazy. So at this point, this is when we're waiting to see if we're allowed back in the yoga school because we've missed more than we were supposed to. And the manager that was not the manager, the acting manager of social media, was checking with the higher ups to see if we were allowed to come back, given that this was a situation that was outside of our control. And in the meantime, she told us to hang tight until she got more information, so we decided to explore every day.
Yeah, which felt much better than actually going to these classes anyway, so.
Yeah,
it felt like we were in Bali, you know?
Yeah, it did feel good. It also just like I felt like I came here to go to this yoga school and be a yoga instructor, and I feel like I'm like abandoning this or like failing. So there was like that kind of idea, and yet it also was very much acknowledged that this was outside of our control, and this was not really because of something that we were choosing, and more so like illness inflicted us, and it did it again.
Oh,
we had no choice but to
figure something out here.
Oh, those popsicles were good.
Oh yeah.
That was actually a really pretty walk. I know
Yeah,
it was really
it was.
popular, and then at the end I remember it was like very buggy, but and that guy playing music,
Yeah,
it was so cute.
gorgeous. The guy's really good.
Just shoving my tits back in my shirt.
Let's try this. Let's try that instead.
Yeah, Ubud. Ubud is just, it ain't it, you know?
Yeah, it's so many people. But
It's too busy. It's fun for a bit. Oh my god, that was so good.
yeah.
Those beers, that like charcuterie. I dream about that charcuterie
The bread.
platter.
Yeah.
That vegan charcuterie platter. It was
It was
so
so good.
good. Where do we get that?
Yeah, because there's a bunch of different vegan cheeses, and yeah, it was incredible.
A few things Mads and I failed to mention here. At this point, the acting manager asked us to not come to classes because we might be infectious. We then missed too many classes, so they told us we could only finish our yoga teacher training online. We chose to be transparent and honest about our circumstances with the intention of keeping other people safe and healthy, and then it just blew up in our face. They then told us that we could not go to any of the in-person classes, even though we paid for them and we were still staying at the mansion. We were effectively shunned from the group, and it felt so dehumanizing. They also have a strict no refund policy, so we did not get any of our money back. Both of us lost close to $3,000 because of this. We then had to find other accommodations because it felt so uncomfortable to be in a place where we didn't feel like we belonged. Our classmates saw how they treated us, and when some of them also got sick, they went to class anyway because they didn't want to be kicked out like us. Mads and I were so excited to do this training. We were planning for it for months. Not only were we disappointed in the organization and the program content because they basically just lectured at us for hours and hours every day, we didn't even get a yoga teaching certification. Our experience with House of Om was so disappointing, and I hope they change their policies so that this doesn't happen to anyone else in the future. Back to the video.
So again, like thank goodness we extended our motorboat moped rental. Oh,
Monkeys jumping in the water in the little fountain over there.
no more monkeys jumping in the
Swimming in the
It
water.
really took out the camera on this
I would
one.
not have gone to this if I hadn't been with you.
Oh, really?
Because I mean, yeah, they're cool, but I don't want to walk amongst them. They're fucking savages, which
Yeah,
is part of the
monkeys
reason
are.
why my expressions were so
Yeah, you'll see him later.
so disgusted.
This one stole my water bottle right away. Like, right away took my water bottle. Oh, and then the little baby monkeys. Some of my favorite pictures I've ever taken.
Yeah, but they turn into complete savages.
Yeah, they get kind of aggressive once they get old, especially the males. They get very...
Yeah, just
They're serious.
this one that just decided to jump on my shoulder out of nowhere. He was completely uninvited, and there he was, just hitching a ride.
That picture, too, is really cool where you're feeding them.
Unbothered.
Yeah.
Just completely unbothered. The hands are just insane to
Yeah,
me.
right? They look
like
so
old,
close to human
old
hands.
grandma hands.
Yeah. And then they started going on my shoulders toward the end of this.
Hello.
And then all of a sudden another one gets out.
Yeah, Johnny was more than okay with it. I
Yeah,
was like,
it was
"Ugh,
fun.
disgusting."
I guess I'm a good perch.
And this I had it just like, I was
It's
fisting it.
Look
Like
at
my
how
whole
he
hand was around it.
look at how he gets the nut out of there. That's I can't do that. I can't even do that. That's a reason I don't eat peas with the shells. Way too much work. Look at him do that. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's got tumors. That's initially what I thought.
Yep.
Never full.
Hello. We got more now. Okay. I think because they're figuring out that, like, oh, being on him means peanuts.
This one is putting so many in his jeans.
This is when we started, we're like, we need to move. Let's just get out of here.
Well, and then it's dangerous because then if they have nothing to eat,
Yeah.
and you're not giving them stuff, that's when they get aggressive.
Yeah, and they start taking stuff. Yeah. And this is when the
They
peanut
stole
bag
my
was stolen.
entire bag of peanuts. Ripped it. Ripped the bag. I was like, I'm not fighting you.
Yeah, just take
Also, what a cheap bag.
Yeah.
He was tugging pretty hard, though, I will say.
Yeah. He's a cute little puppy, little pug.
I don't know, I felt like every time we went to the beach, it got cloudy.
And there it is. It's as it gets getting.
Yeah, and I was getting cold. That thing was so weird.
Yeah, the little statue.
There's so many just weird random things that it's like, what? Oh, this is when I got on the moped just so I could get a video of me driving because you never took a video of me driving. So I wanted proof that I actually drove.
I think I got a really cool video too. The face in the mirror.
Yeah.
Great
I look like,
cinematography.
yeah, I look like a race car driver.
Yeah, you do. And you are a race car driver. We went down to this huge waterfall, which I don't know how that
Very touristy.
grows out of that. Maybe someone put it in there, but maybe yeah, it was
Reminds
super
me of Beauty
touristy.
and the Beast. Day 15, man, I can't believe that all this time we stayed in House of Om
Yeah.
in Ubud. We just kept going back to. I mean, I know we chatted about leaving there, but like neither of us felt super good. And we were like, oh, we have to bring all of our shit. We had packed for 2 months of very different climates.
Yeah.
Plus, we had paid for the yoga place.
Yeah. And
we
there's
weren't-
free food there
And
too.
we weren't gonna
so-
get any money back, so like, what was the point of us even? Yeah, I think how we did it was probably the best way that we
Yeah,
did it.
we did the best we could with the circumstances. Talking about the food though, at House of Om, they had it out, sitting out for 45 minutes before actual dinner time or lunchtime or breakfast actually started. So we figured that out. So we actually started going earlier because we were already kicked out of classes at this point.
There's already such a risk of getting an upset stomach in your first trip to Bali. And most of these people, their first trip to Bali was
people
this. And the fact that then there was no methods followed to actually try to keep some sort of like food safety for these people that were already vulnerable and at risk. It was pretty evident of how they actually cared about us.
It felt like it was just a money pit for them. They were
Oh, it
just trying to
was.
make a ton of money
It
off
was
as
a
many
money
people as
pit.
possible. That's
Yeah,
all
it was. These rice fields were really cool.
Yeah. Oh, me getting past. Driving like a grandpa.
It's because you were so focused on me trying to take a video. This was when we were going to go to Uluwatu and then it started pouring, so then we were trying to wait the rain out in a plant-based restaurant that had become one of our favorites.
And then we waited out the rain in this restaurant, and then finally drove the what like.
Well,
4
finally
hour-
realized that the rain wasn't gonna let up, so then
Yeah.
we just sucked it up and got wet
Yeah,
and drove for 2 hours on a moped down to
Yeah.
Uluwatu.
yeah.
Oh, this is when you didn't come into the
Oh, I went
water to
underwater.
play with me. Oh, a party dance.
That's just happy dance. Christian family feels good.
Oh, wow, that was good.
Yeah.
No more sickness.
Oh my god, I can't believe that hasn't gotten more
Swim.
attention. Oh yeah, go to Uluwatu, they say. Go to Uluwatu. The weather will surely clear up. It will be sunny.
It's always sunny in Uluwatu.
Pouring. Thank God we had that bread. Waiting out the rain.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could have stayed in that place longer. I liked that one more than the other one.
Just crumbs everywhere.
It's a ghost.
Oh, the cliffs.
Mm-hmm.
Big tits. Oh, it was so hot, and then I had to wear that fucking skirt.
Oh yeah, and this is like they're like you cannot be on your period in the temple.
Yeah, you're
It's
prohibited if you're on your period.
So weird.
Women who have their period are prohibited entering the temple. Oh, but then it did clear up. It was a bright blue day. Model. So hot. That reminds me so much of Tortola.
And this is where another water bottle is still.
Yeah, and then you couldn't get it off, so you just ripped the bottom off. And then we go to Sundays after that? Wow, seriously?
Yeah. We went that
Massive
night.
day.
Yeah. We got a lot in these days.
We spent so much money this day.
Yeah.
Sangria.
That was really nice.
See you later, place.
Oh, this is when I got so tan. Yeah, we went to the beach and we literally laid on the beach for like 4 hours, and then we had barely any cash left, and we used all of our cash to get this coconut, the acai bowl, and Pringles.
Pringles, yeah, it was great. The guy was like,
And the
yeah,
acai bowl was so good. He gives the large thing of Pringles instead of the small one.
Yeah. This was the big travel day.
Oh, I was explaining a crazy daisy to you.
Yeah. A cool like sprinkler that we thought Prancer would have loved.
This. And
Yeah.
then you hook it up to a hose, and then like once it's full of water, then it goes like this, and then it starts like sort of
Yeah.
flopping around.
What is it called again?
Crazy Daisy.
Crazy Daisy.
Dinner
That's definitely
on
my
the beach.
favorite area.
Yeah. Nice sleepy beach town.
And then we got to go to Rimba like every day.
Yeah, we went to Rimba almost every morning.
No, I think we went every day, sometimes multiple times.
Yeah. Sometimes we went to dinner once. Yeah, one of the days. Yeah, Rimba was so good.
Okay, well, while it's snorkeling, then I'm gonna go pee.
I can. Oh, okay.
No, just play it. Just play it. There's nothing that I'm gonna comment.
Cool. Oh, and then, okay. Whenever I'm in coral reefs, snorkeling places, I always want to try and catch parrotfish pooping, because I think it's one of the coolest facts ever that parrotfish, they eat coral, so they have like these beaks, and they eat coral, and their digestive system breaks down that coral and turns it into this fine sand, and that's where all the sand of like white sand beaches comes from. It's from parrotfish. Parrotfish eating coral, that calcium within that coral breaking down and then turning it into white sand beaches. But
I just don't know if that's completely true.
yeah, it might not be. I could fact check it.
Because that's a lot of fucking poop.
There's a lot of parrotfish though.
But there's also a lot of sand. They would have to be pumping out sand like constantly.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And how come you've only gotten it on video once?
I've gotten it multiple times. Whenever I go to coral reefs, I try and get it. Like in South Africa and in the Galapagos.
Johnny's
Did that do it?
No, they're all awesome on the sunset with Mount Gung in the background.
Animals love mans.
Yeah, they do.
They're snoozing. Hmm. Just a girl and her coffee.
I got yelled at for not covering my shoulders. It was so annoying.
Yeah, it's like these holy sites.
I had an open back yoga onesie on, and then and it was a tank top, obviously, and I had to cover up my, not only my shoulders but also my back. It's so hot.
Now I'm climbing Mount Gung.
The biggest volcano in Bali. We were the only ones. Literally the only ones. The only moped in the parking lot. The guys that were like
Under halfway up.
taking the money
for
just
trucks.
told us over and over again, hati hati, hati hati, which means be careful. Yeah, it was a very, mileage-wise, it was a very short hike. I think it was 2 miles, but the elevation gain was insane.
4,000 or something like that.
Well, we definitely went up in elevation. It's like a balloon. Nancy's got her bread. So good.
So good.
Yeah, and then the fog came in and we couldn't see anything.
All down
Once you got
there.
above the fog,
Yeah,
it was really
see it.
cool. But
I think it was cool through the fog. I think that made it really unique.
Yeah.
Because volcanoes in and of itself are like that, and then all the fog just gets stuck around it. And then, the guy thought that we were gonna stay up there for the sunset, and then we would come down in the dark. We were
we're not doing that.
no, how long do you think it's gonna take us to do this, man? I think he thought longer than it did.
Yeah, I think we got up to a certain area, and then we're like, yeah, this is good. We're gonna go back down.
Cheers.
And here's another one of my favorite photos coming up here.
Jeez, my teeth are so
Do the
white.
screen one more
See
time.
that?
She's so tan.
Yeah, so tan.
Right
Yeah.
there, that one. That's my favorite picture. That one right there.
That's your favorite picture.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, you're laying
all of
amongst the
pictures
clouds.
ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was a very happy girl that day.
On top of a volcano!
Do you like that when I do those things? I look at you for approval.
Yeah.
I look at you for you to be like, good job,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And then I like raise my eyebrows.
Look at these clouds. Are you kidding? All covered with cheese.
Cheese.
I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed.
All song.
I don't remember that.
Oh, that was stuck in my head the rest of the day. Thank you for that.
Very too.
Just skip a little bit. Oh,
Yeah,
then
we're
taking
above the
Mentos.
clouds. That's
Celebrate good times. Mentos. Do, 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 do.
You were really feeling good up here.
Mentos.
yeah, I really was.
Yeah.
Cheers. Gone victors.
Celebratory.
Oh, gone victors!
Mm,
Oh,
everything
such a
celebrate.
happy girl.
That was good.
Oh, I think I fell at a certain point in time because my pole got stuck in the
Yeah, careful.
ground, and then that's when I injured my shoulder. Remember, my
Mhm.
shoulder like got bent backwards, and I was angry.
Clouds finally opened
Oh
up.
yeah, we wanted to make sure that we got down before it got dark
Yeah.
because we almost got lost in the jungle on the moped before.
Yeah, getting to
We're
it was
on all
tough.
these crazy roads.
When we went there, we had a really tough time getting there because I think we were trying to follow a walking
Oh yeah,
path.
But
It took us
We went by
almost 3 hours to drive,
so bad because I think we
and it was bumpy the whole way.
yeah because we put in the moped on Google Maps, but the way back we
Yeah,
put in the car.
That's right.
Yeah,
we figured out that
Yeah,
because
going
the
by car is
moped
much
way
better,
said
much
that it
better.
would be shorter naturally because it's a moped.
Now climbing the second volcano in.
This was a long drive to get over to here though too.
Yeah.
And then where we were staying was in such a poor area in comparison to where you could actually climb Mount Batur.
Yeah.
So like we had to find a grab, but like
To
the
bring us
guy
to.
brought us there.
This is a cool hike though.
so hot. Going up there.
Fucking monkeys.
And the
This was
monkeys
the
ended
worst
up
part.
getting lunch.
First of all, I was goddamn hungry, as usual. And then the monkey had the audacity to get close to my snacks, and I was not amused.
Yeah, because they like stealing snacks.
That's where we were before, behind those clouds. That's where the monkeys tried to steal everything.
And got angry at Johnny for taking photos of them
Yeah.
because they did not deserve
They
it.
don't deserve to be taken pictures of.
They didn't. They're little assholes.
Yeah. So then we fled,
Yeah.
and then we found a spot later on. We were like, okay, we're gonna stop here. So, Like you're gonna kick it off into the volcano.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was trying to get a reaction out of you, which it did not work. I thought that they were gonna be little hot springs. I was like, what's going on?
Like all of his fog was coming up.
Yeah, no, it was not. It was
You
just a
got
bunch
that.
of steam. But it was really cool though. They like collected the steam.
So all that steam like just comes up, condenses on this net, and falls into these little collection bowls.
Yeah, that was cool. But the incline was insane
The
to
whole
get up
volcanic
over there.
crater. It goes all the way around. She's been worn away by so many people walking through it.
Look at my knees.
All the hyperextension in the knee.
Alpaca knees.
On the edge of this crater, this cliff. Pretty crazy. I don't know why I just had an accent.
Wow, that's crazy.
Look how I motioned it. That's crazy.
Don't worry.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh my god, I hated this.
Yeah, it was bad.
Once you were on the ridgeline, the flies didn't matter, and you forgot about these
I
fuckers.
just running away from them. They're so bad. Like,
Yeah, they just swarmed all over the place. And the top of your head. I was doing that the whole time. I was constantly swatting them away from the top of your head.
That's so sweet of you, babe.
You know, you're
They
welcome.
should make a Disney movie about you. This was such a nice thing after that, though.
Gosh, this
The
felt
hot
so
springs.
oh, yeah, I'll take one. With the GoPro.
Oh, okay.
Right?
good. The flies are flying around my head.
I was so worried about the flies on your head. Plus, I didn't like looking at them. Oh, that's why. That's why I'm upset. Because
Yeah.
they'll come at me.
Yeah, because if they were around me, then they come at you.
Oh, cute pictures. Never seen those.
Definitely sent those to you.
Oh my god, the amount of stuff that was on that pack at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just dangling.
Fucking Russians. It's Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. They've been singing Disney songs in Russian for like the last 30 minutes. Yep. 12:40. Perfect time for Lion King, I guess. I love Frozen.
And then the last day in Bali, going all the way down.
Yeah, that was like another 4-hour trek to
Yeah.
Quito or Quito or something.
South
Ghetto Airbnb.
Yeah. It was very good.
Oh my god, I was like, why did I think this was $15 a night though?
Yeah, it served its purpose.
But remember, the window didn't close all the way or something like that?
And I was sketched out because I had my camera stuff in there, and I was like, I didn't like it, but it was okay. It ended up being fun.
It was a pretty last sunset.
Last Bali sunset before we went to Singapore the next day. But yeah.
We always got so many beverages when we went into the
Like
gas
little
station,
convenience
little
stores.
convenient.
Yeah.
We Just like only you loved like those little like shots
Yeah.
of vitamin C.
Oh yeah, those
like
vitamin
the
C
mango
drinks.
and the tangerine.
They were so good. Yeah. Yeah, and then I used my tripod to take the beer bottle cap off of the bintang. Multi-purpose, I guess.
I guess moral of the story, something you may not have learned, you too can get kicked out of yoga school.
Yeah.
Voluntary yoga school.
Gosh. Don't get sick. If you sign up for yoga school, don't get sick. I guess. But
without a refund. You too.
oh god.
You too can get scammed
Yeah.
and sick. And not receive a yoga certification.
Yeah, that's the one was horrible.
Cheers.
I'm getting the online certification.
Well, our experience was horrible.
Yeah, at least it was. But anyway, so that's it for the first episode, I guess. I guess technically it's the second because we did Machu Picchu, but first full episode of Mads and Johnny Travels the World.
What?
The series for the...
Alright. I want
Okay,
a cookie.
you're done.
I'm done.
Let's get you a cookie, Mads.
I ain't get enough rewards.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for watching. In the next episode, Mads and I travel to Singapore to spend a week with one of Mads' best friends, Yan. If you're interested in the gear that I used for this trip, I made a video talking through the mistakes I made in the 2 months we spent abroad and the lessons that I learned for future travel photography trips. If you like my photography and would like to put one of them up on your wall, you can order one of my prints. Links in the description below. If you made it this far, you might want to like, comment, or subscribe to this channel for more content from me. That's all for this video, and remember, keep learning and stay curious. Still working on my catchphrase. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.
Nice.
My tummy's just really not right. Ugh.
Okay.
We should do the Friends one.
Okay, we gotta do it again.
I've been playing with these things.
Yeah, don't play.
Does this work if I keep it between my tits like this? I'm hungry. I need a cookie.